Hi everyone, it's Renee with Not Sorry for This Story, an unapologetic take on current affairs. Not Sorry for the Story is in year number 2. We've completed year number 2. We're going into year number 3. This began in 2018 out of my Not Sorry for the Story blog, which you can read at notsorryforthestory.blogspot.com. And I am so very thankful to come to this marker. It is also my birthday month, so I'm also in the place of rejoicing, giving thanks, and resetting. And so I just wish you a happy, victorious, glorious new year. I trust you are also in the place of being thankful and getting ready to move forward. Well, today I want to talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's a mouthful. And their decision to step back from being senior members of the royal family. What a shock to not only Buckingham Palace, but throughout the world. It's being spoken about all over. And I just want to speak to the fact that it is a step in the wrong direction. I know you're not going to hear this so much in the culture and different media outlets. It's as though it's being said, bravo, Harry and Meghan for taking charge of your life. But they're part of a bigger generational story. And one of the reasons why I am being as bold to say that this is a step in the wrong direction is because I think of a relay race. In a relay race, you cannot suddenly change your position. And if you step out of your lane, you're disqualified. In this decision that they've taken, they've done both of these two things. They have decided to change their position by stepping back, and they've stepped out of their lane, meaning they stepped out of order. They put this announcement forward before the Queen could even address it, and she had to follow up after them to address it, saying these are complicated issues. And we know about that. I'm sure those of us who are watching have had family drama and things that we've had to untangle in the midst of us. And so this is what the Queen has been dealing with over the Christmas into the new year. What a way to begin. But one of the reasons, so I mentioned about the relay race and it being wrong in that regard, but also, why is it that the older generation is having to constantly say of a younger generation, we love and support them, but we don't necessarily agree with the decision that they've made? And I find that the older generation is really, truly having to do this continually. And it's a sad thing. Why should they have to choose? Why should there be this, yes, we love you and understand, which the Queen had to put out in her last statement, we respect the decision, but we would have preferred that they remain full-time working members of the royal family. And so there's this discrepancy. And there's this discrepancy because there is a discrepancy amongst the generations. That it's not coming together, that baton is not quite reaching. And some may say, well, it doesn't matter anyway because the Duke is not the next in line for king. But he is a part of a generation that is taking the baton now. And so it does matter. I heard one media outlet say that after the Queen's recent statement about, yes, understanding and respecting the decision, the media outlet said, well, the Queen has released her blessing. No, she did not. Understand the difference. She released them, but it wasn't a blessing. She basically is following up after them taking matters into their own hands and just kind of tidying up the situation and saying, all right, we understand, we respect and honor the decision, but we would have liked. So basically what she's doing is formally releasing them to what they have already chosen to do. That is not a blessing. And I think we need to understand a blessing is very important, and it does carry a weight to it, but that was not a blessing, that was a release. Now, each of us have family drama, I'm sure, that we've experienced at some point in our life. And so the Queen's family drama is coming to bear, and now we're all talking about it because it is so big and it is so shocking, and because it does matter, even as a prophetic statement of what's happening in the midst of generations. This is, again, we understand that there's the background. We see the things at the forefront, but we understand that there's been trauma for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex with Prince Harry and the death of his mother, Princess Diana. And it seems that there are things that he has to overcome and deal with in that regard. And for the Duchess coming into all of the frenzy with the tabloids and things that have been said, and even her own family and things that have been said about her. I truly hope that they get help, sincerely, and healing, that there could truly be unity in this family again. But it speaks, this whole situation speaks to the point that it is time for a younger generation not to be stepping back, but to be stepping up, so that those who have continually stepped up in the older generation can move on and do so with confidence. This has been your Not Sorry for the Story. I trust that wherever you are today, you'll think about it and have a blessed and truth-filled day.